And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of left hand of lockdown, we have the Finnish Zerg player. We have the red Zerg representing Basilisk. It is Serral. And spawning in the right hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. Let's go. Let us go. We're jumping into our next series, our next best of 5. And we'll see how SKillous is approaching the meta here. Now, what I'm most curious about when it comes to casting HomeStory Cup is, as always here on the CranKy Ducklings, we've been casting a lot of Korean StarCraft. So much Korean StarCraft over the past 2 weeks. I'm very confident when it comes to where the meta currently is. When it comes to Korean SE2, when it comes to European SE2, I cannot say that with anywhere near as much confidence. So I'm curious to see how the European players have been approaching the current dilemma that is the new patch, that is the new Zerg, and whether or not it kind of like goes in line with what the Koreans are doing, whether they're doing their own thing instead. So what's happening in PvZ in Korea? Well, one of two things: either rushing into Skytoss, triple Stargate Void Ray into Mothership, into Skytoss, or Mothership rushes into Void Ray play, or Mothership rushes into early charge, Glaive Adepts, 2 base all-ins, 3 base all-ins, just hyper aggression or attempted hyper greed. It's typically one or the other from Korean Protoss players. Curious to see what players like SKillous or Showtime or Hearthstone or what some of these other European Protoss players are up to. Let's go. Let us go. First things first, Serral is for the unnatural natural. From Zerg, it's pretty standard. Like, as in, ZvX matchups have not changed. So there's no like new styles or new builds against Terran or against Protoss from Zerg. It's all the same, just buffed and bolstered because of the lava change. So that's why we're mainly looking at SKillous to see what he does kind of get up to. We shall see. I guess we also are familiar with like MaxPax and his play just because he's active in the online tournament scene, but like players like SKillous and Hearthstone and Showtime are less active. They're much less active. So I'm curious. So now we are looking to move out. For now, just joining, saturating. We'll soon get into our tech of choice. We'll soon get into our attempted Stargate play, I would imagine. We might see Twilight Council play at SKillous. Like, he's willing to mix things up. I still remember back in the day when SKillous was going like robo openers when no one else was. This was like maybe 4 years ago. Or was it? Looks like there was maybe some connectivity issues. Hopefully it all gets cleared up. And it's going to be the Stargate. So Stargate open out of SKillous, everything's normal. From here, we do have a choice to make, whether we go Oracle or Void Ray. Void Rays are a good way to deny vision, deny scouting, and then you can high tech behind it and go into triple Stargate Void Ray, or go into Fleet Beacon in the Mothership, or go for a fast Twilight Council, or you could even go for something more standard even as well. So eyes are on SKillous. Serral pulling out of gas, still saturating, building up a semblance of Lings to keep up with the Adepts. None of them are degen rushing. I mean, we spoke about it during HomeStory Cup this week, about the devolution of ZvP in the current meta, especially amongst the Koreans and top Europeans. We have been seeing a lot of, because we've seen so much Skytoss out of Protoss, we've seen the return of German taxis, and it was during HomeStory Cup where we casted a game which was Void Ray opener into triple Stargate Void Ray versus German taxi between Hero and Solar. And I was like, this is just a carbon copy of a game from like 2021. Like, it was like so ZvP has been devolving into like COVID era like games, which is not good. But again, we'll see as we're opening up Oracle, right? SKillous is going Oracle. So our Oracle base opener. Lings they poke in. And they pull away. And with the Oracle base opener here, it looks a little bit more standard out of SKillous. Saturating his third base, or Luna saturate his third. There's no early Twilight Council, but these are early gateways. Huh. You have my attention. So usually at this timing, instead of these two gates, we'd see a Twilight Council and a Forge. Or at least Twilight Council gates. But there's no tech. And SKillous is the kind of player that has a lot of intentionality when it comes to his builds. Sentry? Oh, okay. We're going for like a Soul Train. I did miss the first 2 sentries being built, so very early sentry production here. Very late tech out of SKillous. Okay. Let him cook, Pappy. Let him cook. Let him cook. Is this just hyper greed? Like, no, sure, we're going for like a vanilla gateway move out. We wouldn't do that with a Forge. Okay. Fast warp-ins? We are. Is this like a variation of solo all-in? I mean, before that happens, the Queen does push forward. Catching out 1 Adept. Catching out 2. Ooh, 2 Adepts do go down. Getting a 3rd as well. Heavy losses there for SKillous. But this is an all-in. This is an all-in. That's why we have the fast warp-ins, the fast pylon. Here we go. It's going to be vanilla Adept Sentry all-in. Okay. This is unique. It's very unique. Things they threaten the pylon. We cannot lose it. If this pylon goes down, that's the end of the all-in. That's the end of the aggression, and all this will be shut down. And now we're rushing Fleet Beacon. Okay, this is looking more standard. Fleet Beacon behind this, Robo as well, working towards the mothership, working towards Robo-based production. Unfortunately here, SKillous is in a rough position. This move out from SKillous needs to get damage done because his tech is so late. We try to emphasize that. Very, very late tech here for SKillous, so he is behind when it comes to the growth of his tech and the growth of his army. The Sentry move outs did not deal the damage he was hoping for. I'm sure SKillous wanted to push into the bases and wanted to threaten the natural or the third, but he failed to get close. So this is a rough start for SKillous. The build was fancy, it was cool, but didn't pay off in the end. I will say that at least SKillous saved all the sentries, that's true. That will allow for SKillous to maintain the third, but this means that Serral can freely drone up to 80. He can just drone up to 80 workers. Pokes in. Mothership is on the way. Now, again, because this is so... never mind. I was going to say because this is so low tech, in my mind it makes sense if SKillous just waits for his mothership and then pushes out with everything and tries to end the game. But SKillous is getting a Twilight Council, so he's trying to take up a little bit further. And now getting a 4th. It's a very messy game from SKillous. But we'll see if he gets away with it. We'll see. I'll say that right now the biggest thing that should be on SKillous' mind is to slow down and hinder Serral. The idea, I mean, we've already seen it. It's too late. Like, he's already peak saturation, right? 83 drones. Like, so he's reached peak saturation. He's where he wants to be, and Serral can now max out. So the soup is lying to you. The soup is lying to you. The supply might look similar, but Serral is about to explode when it comes to that supply. And with that, he's going to be able to gain map control, spread more creep, take more bases. SKillous is stuck at home. Oof. Yeah, cashing out the zealots. And there's just nothing really here to defend. Like, there's no blink, there's no charge. It's at least currently a very hollow army here for SKillous. Due to the build of choice, of course. Like, it's all by design. Like, it's it's just a really rough position to be in. like quote-unquote by design. As I mentioned earlier, like SKillous ideally wanted to get more damage done, like most likely economic damage done with his sentry push. Serral's maxed out. And Serral, he should be looking to trade now. Should be looking to trade. And when it comes to this composition, SKillous, again, it's still very gateway-centric. He's got +1, soon to be +2, I guess. So he's catching up in terms of upgrades. Storm does help, for sure. And now we're catching the head. Oh no, the Templar! Oh my god, massive connections. The Templar get caught out, and SKillous will lose everything. Ay, ay, ay. He got caught with his pants down. The pants were down, all the Templar full, Mothership as well, and that is going to be game. As SKillous, he will lose everything. Again, I thought the game was going to progress a little bit further here as we tried to stabilize and turtle up on 4 bases, but SKillous, he got caught out in the open, lost everything. GG. GG, and Serral will take game number 1. Whew, GG. We'll take a lead in the series. Again, a really interesting build out of SKillous. I'll be honest, I have not quite seen anything like it thus far on this latest patch. So it's an interesting build, but as we saw, it is quite heavily reliant on catching your opponent off guard and getting damage done with that first sentry push. Without that damage, SKillous fell far behind. He fell far behind. Like when it comes to the growth of his tech, the growth of his economy, like Serral very quickly outscaled. I mean, any Zerg player would have there, just because of the failed move out from SKillous. I guess I should also say, fortunate that Serral did make some safety units and was able to prepare in time for it, to shut it down, to come in from behind. GG. GG, well played. And with that, we're getting to game number 2, going to be loading into Sanctuary 3. Here we go. Loading into game 2. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Sanctuary 3, we have the Finnish Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg. Oh. The Red Zerg player himself representing Basilisk. It is Serral. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Sanctuary 3, we have the Blue Protoss player, the Blue Protoss himself, representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. Here we go, and we'll see. I'm curious to see what SKillous brings to the table this time. Again, so far, like, game 1 was probably the most interesting game that we've had today. Like, it was a very unique build. We didn't get to see any of that during the previous ZvZ. It wasn't too successful, but it was outside the box, which I appreciate for sure. Like, to me, it felt like there was a lot of thought put behind it, and obviously very specific things needed to transpire for it to be successful. But I'm ready. Show us what else you got, SKillous? Este Nikita. What else you got? Another. But now Serral does expand at the unnatural natural at the 3rd location. There we go. So we're not going to be opening up. And from here, just hatch gas pool. Save that open out to Serral. Really rise up once again, mainly going to be on SKillous, right? So mainly on, do we go Stargate? Do we go Twilight Council? Do we go Robo? Do we do something crazy like go Stargate into triple gates like we saw last game into early Sentry production? I don't expect to see that again this series, but like it to me, it sparks some innovation here from, like, clearly there's something more innovative coming from SKillous. So I want to see, Pappy. I want to see. What is the mind of SKillous brought forward? Serral does pick up with the Overlord. Saboteur is now done. And again, we're just waiting for our tech of choice here. We're still expecting Stargate play, but we'll see. I guess coming into this, welcome to Sanctuary 3. Sanctuary 3 is a much more defensive map of the map pool. We do have a ramp coming into the natural, so a very defendable on 2 bases. The 3rd base is also relatively defendable as well, just because of the terrain, the choke point, the slow zones, the towers you can knock down as well, the points of elevation, the other choke points. So there are definitely ways to slow down an oncoming army, to delay a push, and to secure your 3 base setup. So if we were to embrace a bit of a more back and forth game, it could be on Sanctuary 3. But we'll see. For now, Stargate. Stargate opener. SKillous, let's back in. Pokes in, pulls away. Is once again going to be the Oracle opener. Once again, going to be the Oracle opener. No Void Ray. No shenanigans yet. So say thread in the shade. And we're still waiting for a tech of choice here. So far, it is just going to be the 2nd gateway. So 2 gateways here at the natural. From here, we're expecting our 3rd base to be taken from SKillous. There we go. Probe is moving out for the 3rd. Adept's in position to defend. Link pokes in. Does not confirm whether or not there is a 3rd. Yeah, so Serral has to reconfirm. He has to check. He's moving out with the Zerglings. Oracles are deflected. So far, Serral's keeping up with the aggression with the Oracles. We'll go for the surround and we'll get the Adept. Okay, not bad. Yeah, 1 Adept goes down. Nice pickoff. And so far, a decent start for Serral. Pulls back, drones up. Safety Roach Horn out of Serral, so playing it safe. Meanwhile, once again, 2 more gates. Before the tech, that's the most important thing here. There's before the Twilight Council, before the Forge. This time we're going actually into a higher gateway count, so we're going into a 5-gate setup. Okay, hyper aggression here from SKillous, getting up to 2 base, 6 gateways. It looks like a fake 3rd. This looks like a fake 3rd base. Looks like a 2 base all in. And are we going for a slow lot all in? Remember, there's no charge. There's no Twilight Council. No charge. No blink. No glaives. Just vanilla gateway units. We are still staying in gas. Okay, we're still staying in gas. Is it just vanilla Stalker? Oh, we're about to find out. Where? Okay. Does saturate or does rotate over? Setting up his 3rd. Now, the issue with whatever SKillous is doing, whether it's Mass Stalker or Mass Adept, is that Serral's playing safe and did go Roaches. So he's building up a Ling Roach army. This is very, very safe coming into the mid-game. Catching out the Adepts. Ooh, catching out 3. 1, 2, 3 Adepts go down. It is going to be Mass Vanilla Stalker. So Stalkers are amassing. We have proxy pylons being set up here on the left-hand side. And how many gates is it? 6? Yeah. Sorry, 7. So it's going to be a 7-gate all in. Reinforcing on the left-hand side. Building up to 4 oracles. Let's go. This is a very hero-esque build. And this does hit harder because of the fast warp-ins. It does dives on the queens. Gets 1. Yeah, 1 queen goes down. Roaches are amassing. Time is of the essence. One of the oracles is going to get picked up. Ooh, massive pickup. 1 oracle goes down. Oh no, the other oracle. Second oracle falls. Yeah, some rough losses there for SKillous. Losing 2 oracles. Again, warping in 6 stalkers at a time. But again, SKillous is running out of steam. With those reinforcements, though, he does have some momentum. Momentum is there. But remember, SKillous is all in. Like, he needs more damage. As Ravagers are building up. Oh, friendly fire. I mean, the Overlord is going to go down anyway. Reinforcing pylon to keep warping in. Again, either SKillous kills Serral or he dies trying. Serral supply blocked. True. Big supply block as well. 4 Overlords on the way. Serral collapsing in. Oh, it does pick up 3 more Stalkers. Aye, aye, aye. Where are the Oracles, by the way? Yeah, the Oracle's out of position. Palisade grazed the army. Some rough losses here with the Stalkers. Oof. And SKillous is running out of time. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. Oof. Catching at a Ravager. Ravager goes down. No more Roaches are gonna be stuttering. Yeah, they're gonna be stuttering in. Yeah, Roaches are amassing Queens. They're building up over time as well. As we're building up more Queens. And GG. GG gets called. The all-in fails. And Serral, he will take a 2-0 lead in the series. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, this variation of all-in, it was a 7 gates, like 2.5 base all-in. It does hit faster because of the fast warp-ins, due to the pylons, of course. But this was a variation without blink. So typically this is done. This is something very similar to what we've already seen so far in the new meta. What we've seen is 8 gate 3 base blink all in. Like, that is something that we have seen in the meta. This is a variation of that, so without Twilight Council, without blink, and with 1 less gateway, so it does hit a little bit earlier with under 3 base saturation. So this is supposed to catch your opponent off guard. It's meant to be more of a surprise because it does hit faster than a regular 3 base all in. But the issue here is that, again, Serral did play it safe, did get the safety Roach Warren pre-scouting. He didn't even know what was going on. Serral did not scout the all in, but he was playing it safe anyway. He was playing it safe, got the Roach Warren. With that, he was able to buy enough time to build up his Zing Roach. He caught the first wave of adepts as well, and that took away a lot of the teeth of said all-in. And GG. GG, well played. With that, Serral, he was able to catch out the first 2 Oracles, if you recall, with the Queens, build up his Roach count, and eventually, over time, again, we just ran out of time. SKillous, he ran out of time, and with that, we're getting to game number 3, going to be loading into Fear and Faith. Let's go. We go. As spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Fear and Faith, we have the Finnish Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg representing Basilisk, leading the series 2-0. It is Serral. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Teal Protoss player. The Teal Protoss himself representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. Let's go. Let us go. And again, SKillous, now 2 games in a row, has brought together some very unique builds. I did mention previously that 3 base 8 gate all-ins with blink is a lot more common in PvZ, but this was a very unique variation, going up to 7 gateways under 3 base saturation without blink. So much faster all-in here from SKillous. Unfortunately, Serral was playing it safe, and he was able to shut it down ahead of time, catch out some key units, and slow down the aggression. So in that sense, it did kind of fall apart. But really cool to see that, again, we've been seeing 2 very unique games from SKillous so far. What do you have for us here in Game 3? What's it going to be? Unfortunately, it hasn't really quite worked out. It's like Serral has just been playing very safe every game so far. And because of that, the aggression from SKillous has been falling flat. If SKillous' opponent was just playing standard and skipping Roaches and going Ling Hydra, for example, or even Ling Muta, then SKillous' builds would be so much more successful. Not saying that they would kill, but there'd be a lot more momentum behind them and a lot more bite behind them as well. But again, it's just been safe play out of Serral. From here, we're going across the map. We welcome to Fear and Faith. Welcome to Fear and Faith. 4-player spawn map. You can spawn in bottom right, top left, and bottom left as well. So 4 possible spawn locations. Serral, he does scout diagonally first, but the second Overlord will find SKillous. Meanwhile, SKillous, he is scouting top right. And using the monorail system, going top right, he will not find Serral yet. might just, yeah, he's going all the way. Oh, that's brutal. He's going all the way around, and he will eventually find Serral, but it will be the last place that he will scout. Oh. Oh, wait, no, sorry. He sends out a second probe. Okay, yeah. He sees. He's still going. Wait, what? So, SKillous, he finds Serral. And are we going for a ninja third? Okay, okay, I can get behind that. No, sorry, wait, whoa, hold on. 2 more gates get thrown down. It's gonna be a 1-base all-in here. Is SKillous going for a ninja natural? And faking a 1-base all-in? But this is a big hit. This is 4 gates. Okay. I mean, it is short rush distance by ground. If the plan was to yeah, okay, we're going in. We're going in. Ah, okay. Proxy pylon inside of the main. I was so confused. I was trying to think. I was like, it doesn't make any sense to expand here, but it doesn't make any sense to proxy here either. Like, in my mind, I was trying to piece together what's the purpose of having a worker top left, but it's to sneak into the main. To sneak into the main base. Let him cook. Again, he's been cooking the entire series. Este Nikita. Every game. It's been something different. None of it's worked, but I appreciate it. Oh, the probe gets, no, the probe gets scouted. The probe is scouted, the first pylon gets seen, and Serral will see if he has the wherewithal to check that proxy location. Ay. Warp gates are finishing. Here come the warp-ins. Yeah, so far Zelsa is distracted the main. Warp-ins, they continue. Oh, Zelsa get locked down. Yeah, they are going to be locked down here. And surrounded. Catching another Zealots. Again, it's just purely slow lots. Just a 1-base solo lot all in. Ooh, catching out 3 Zealots though. And this is shut down. It's completely shut down here. GG gets called, and Serral, who will claim the series 3-0. Serral, who will advance on into the upper bracket semis. GG. Whew. And GG, well played. Serral, he will claim the series. But again, a shout out to Nikita, because SKillous, as I mentioned, like, he did something different every game, something very unique. A bunch of aggression, a bunch of all-ins. None of it worked, but I but I appreciate it nonetheless. Here in game number 3, going for the 4-gate 1-base all-in, slow lot all-in, going for the proxy pylon inside of the main. Game 2, it was the 7-gate 2.5-base all-in with vanilla stalkers. In game 1, it was the early sentry adept move out with vanilla adepts with 4 sentries pushing across the map on lockdown. Alas, again, 3 very unique builds. Unfortunately, Serral was playing it safe. Here in game 3, he scouted the pylon, so that prompted him to make more lings to bring together his queens to defend in the bases. Before that, he was also playing it safe, getting into roach production as well to shut down the earlier aggression from SKillous. GG. GG well played. Serral will claim the series, but I appreciate that SKillous was very exploratory in this series, for sure. For sure. GG well played. With that, Serral will advance on, and with that, we are getting ready for our next matchup. We're going to be going on a short break. Here, and when we come back, we'll have a next series. It'll be Clem versus Christiana. We'll see you soon after the break. Oh, see you soon.